we're back. Day 2.
Day 2 out of 3?
Yes. Tomorrow's the last day. But I am so happy to see everyone already joined. And we're hoping to see a lot more of you. And we have a new contest today, so make sure you submit for this contest. So we're asking for a word that's at least 3 letters long on a white background. And use your creativity. Make sure we can still read the word though.
Yeah, that's what we had some issues yesterday with. Like there was one good piece that just had like, you couldn't read it, the letter, but like a word is easier to make it readable.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The context is great to make it readable. So submit those. We'll be looking at them throughout the stream, and at the end, we'll be picking Stefan's favorite.
Yes.
To win a year of Creative Cloud. So yeah, it's very exciting. So today we're gonna spice up our lives. Is everyone ready? People of the world, spice up your life. All the boys and all the girls, spice up your life.
Now I remember this song.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my childhood. So people of the world, where are you from? Tell us your countries. We're here in San Francisco. You're Swiss, but you live in Australia.
No, I'm German.
You're German, but you were born in Switzerland.
No.
Oh.
That one will be really awkward. Do you want to have a few guesses? No. So no, I was born in Africa.
Oh yeah.
We moved to Switzerland. I'm German, and right now I'm kind of living all over the place.
And you speak French too.
Oh, I speak French too. Oui, bonjour.
Bonjour.
La France, les Français, die Deutschen, Deutschland, and Schweizerdeutsch for all the Swiss German.
Schweiz, how do you say it?
Schweizer.
Schweizer.
You have the sh, which is kind of like Schweizerdeutsch.
Schweizerdeutsch.
And there we have some salut, bonjour, Quebec aussi.
Bonjour.
Exactly, Tampa, Florida. Wow. Poland, Canada, Tennessee.
Ooh, we moved.
So many people. That's awesome. Actually, can I take a Instagram story to tell people that we're live?
Am I like
Well, I'm asking you.
the adjudicator?
I'm just like taking a
You're
behind the
allowed
screen.
only if I'm in it though.
Oh, let's take a selfie. Let's do one.
I have to be in it.
It's my selfie face. Wait, it's a super zoom. You have to be in the right mode here.
Seoul, Iowa.
Perfect.
England, the Netherlands, Seattle, France. Oh, Manon is French, but she's in Spain.
Oh,
that's cool.
England,
and Munir
Minnesota.
from Morocco, our loyal viewer and friend.
A loyal viewer. There's just one viewer from Morocco.
No, Munir is always watching, so it's great.
Perfect. I'm just typing in that link so people can join.
Yeah.
/live.
Argentina, Miguel. I always
Sweet.
wanted to go to Argentina.
So are we talking about what we're doing today?
Yes.
Can you take us through the whole process?
Yeah, let's.
Because we're not really set up for everything right now. So it's just, we're juggling things around to make it possible. But what we're doing today is this here. So we sketched it out yesterday. And we're doing a composition piece with lettering, but with actual fruits, chilies and jalapenos.
Vegetables?
Yeah.
I think things with seeds are fruits. Like tomatoes are fruits. I think
true.
peppers are fruits.
Capsicums, peppers.
Let me know in the chat if I'm right.
If you can Wikipedia that for us or Google that for us. So I went yesterday to a Whole Foods store, like really late at night. We went in, we tried to find everything we can. I think, let me just grab the back.
Be careful.
That was the case.
Don't trip on the wires. Dana's from Washington State. Benedict from Norway. Hello, Natalie. Hi, Madison.
As soon as we're done, we're gonna have
I can't wait to have these chips.
tortilla chips. I bought some tortilla.
Oh, those are great.
So those are really colorful. So we have some yellow, red, and orange. And then I got some green ones, some big ones. So we can pick those out because they won't see it.
Yasuelava. Greetings from Greece.
We're gonna do a challenge afterwards if you're gonna eat one.
What is this, a jalapeno?
I don't know.
If it's a jalapeno, I might be able to eat it, but anything spicier, no.
You probably won't eat those
No,
habaneros.
no. The habaneros are so
If anyone wants
spicy.
habaneros, we got some here. Those are gonna be awesome. They're not like yesterday we had like the hot spicy, what was it, Skittles? Spicy Skittles?
Oh, yeah.
And so now we are actually, I'm just
Change
turning
the
that.
orientation.
Yes.
So here's the habanero.
And then I got a, do it.
No.
Do it. Guys, please tell her to do it.
No, I'm not gonna eat it. There's no way.
Habaneros are awesome. Is it habaneros or habanero?
Habanero. I don't
Because
know if it's habanero or habanero.
Transparent food, best food. Yeah. So I got some salsa.
Okay.
We're gonna pour that into a little bowl that I got from the restaurant.
Oh, the
Peppercorns.
peppercorns. Nice.
I didn't find any with like red inside. Like
That's okay.
we looked for a while. And what else did I get? Ooh, that's my chocolate croissant.
Oh, the H is
that.
silent. Habanero.
Habanero, like tortilla.
Habanero tortilla.
You don't spell those two L. Tortilla.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
It's huge,
Oh.
the camera.
the camera's actually connected to something.
So is this what you use to film your Instagram videos?
No, I would use my phone for that because it's
Oh,
just
really?
easier. But like for my YouTube videos, you see that everywhere that like people are using their Gorilla Pod and just like making this gigantic thing where like you can actually just film something just to have a piece on my next
I'm a
YouTube
bit
video.
scared of this camera.
Well,
I think you can see in my face.
so. We're live right now on Adobe Live.
Adobe Live. Hey, legends.
Hey legends, what's up legends? We're here live at Adobe and this is how I do my intro. So these are all the people that watch. So that's just for me, so thank you for that. Thank you for being patient. Exactly, so this is the camera that I'll be using to take pictures of.
Okay. What is the camera? Because people are going to be asking.
So the camera is a 6D Mark II, so I just recently bought that, so it's still really fresh. I've been using a 5D Mark I and a 5D Mark III and a 6D, the first one, and just recently bought this one because this one has a flip screen, so you can actually see if you're shooting yourself, which is great for video.
Yes. Whoever likes doing selfies, it's perfect.
It's perfect. And also if you just want to do different angles and you're just like you don't want to like lower down.
Yeah.
But for photography, I usually always use the viewfinder, so that's perfect. And we've got that one hooked up to the camera, so with the USB, so we can plug that in. We can tether it directly to Lightroom. So depending on what shoot you're doing, like if you're doing it with clients hovering over your back, then you kind of want to have them see like the end result.
Yeah.
But for this project, like we're gonna shoot like 100 pictures of one chili, just to get like a few different shapes. And what else? Oh yeah, you're gonna be throwing those chilies in the air. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's great. I'm great at throwing chilies. It's actually
like I've casted you right
one
just
of
before.
my traits that nobody knows about.
That's perfect.
It's one of my talents.
So, and we don't like this kind of work that we're doing, like the composition thing that we're doing right here is actually really easy because you don't have to be super fixed. Just the lighting has to be the same. The background is good if it's the same. So there are certain things that just make it easier.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think we're all good.
Okay.
So, do we need to take some questions first, or what's the process? What's the timeline?
Well, I think everyone's just excited to see what's happening. And I don't see many questions right now. Does anyone have any questions before we start? Let us know now, because when I'm throwing chilies in the air, I might not be able to
respond to all the questions. So, well, if we think about it, what's the challenge about like throwing those peppers in the air is mostly about like just having a lot of variety. So you shoot everything, you don't forget anything, and the more you have, the easier it will be later in post when you just edit everything together. Yeah. Thank you, Benedict.
Oh, just bought your book.
Ooh.
What's your book called?
It's The Art of Lettering.
Oh.
It's a lettering book where it's more about yourself, like where you can letter yourself, than just like learn techniques. So I have a 4-step process of learning something.
this?
That's exactly the book.
Okay, let's show this screen so people can see the book.
That's it. That's the cover.
All
It's
right.
like the third cover that I had to design. Like they initially wanted to choose like my first version of it, and I drew it up like just at the beginning when they wanted to publish it, or like they wanted to start the project, and then I worked the whole time on all the illustrations inside,
Yeah.
and right at the end I was like I wasn't happy with the cover anymore, and that was the most important part of the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
it is, unfortunately.
I had to persuade them to actually not go with anything they had before, even though it was my work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Here, I'll post this link in the live. Sorry, I'm showing ourselves. That's really terrible.
That's Inception's like that.
That was bad. I didn't think I was going to do that. Okay, so, Benedict. How do you pronounce it? Is it Benedict? Is that how
Benedict.
we pronounce it?
Sweet.
All right. What lens are you going to use?
I just brought one lens with me. I would generally use like a 50mm because that's just the closest to our eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
But really here I'm just gonna use a 24x70.
Okay.
Try to like set up the camera first so we got it right, and then from then on just go ahead and just try shooting. Like I'm really easy on those projects, just try it out.
Yeah. It's all about experimentation.
All right, I'm still not sure if we can move. Like, if we were ready to move. I just
don't
might
know.
check with the team.
We're
Can
going
we
to
move?
check with Francisco and Michael.
Sweet.
Okay. And
All right.
then what are we going to do?
So we are just.
Should we start with these?
Yeah, let's start with the chili peppers. And
These
then-
peppers are actually really sweet, but we won't tell anybody. Only you on the live will know.
Spice up your life with sweet peppers. So. Now I would probably actually shoot it out of the hand. And I'll tell you exactly what to do. So first, I don't know, can you still hear me?
It's coming, it's good.
It's coming. Should I wait?
Speak very loud.
Okay, I need to speak
We're
very
filming,
loud.
we're trying to film. I have my pepper, and I don't
Alright.
know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm holding it.
All right, so the first thing that we're trying to do is to just get the camera ready, set up the lights and everything. The camera's back there. And so I'm just gonna have Ari just to hold a pepper in her hand so I can focus on something. And then start shooting.
All right.
So you're just gonna hold that up.
Okay. Do I need to start the tethering or it's already...
Yeah, you might have to because I'm not able to do anything right now with it, with the camera. Which is
yeah, it's
fine.
in library, so maybe I should do cancel. Okay, where's the Lightroom? Here. Tether start.
Just, okay.
We do a spicy.
Okay, it's happening. Just be patient with us. Mark
Alright.
says I look very afraid.
Did you click?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Now I can click. All right. Do you want to hold? Let me see if we can just move that around.
You'll never know if me and Voodoo are the same person, Chandler. That's part of the magic.
Maybe to get more lights, maybe?
Yeah, if we can have it brighter. But we're just gonna try it out. So if you hold, yeah, that's perfect. If you go a little bit lower, we're just gonna need to make sure that there's no shadow. Nice. Let me see if we can put it a little bit higher up.
Maybe.
Yeah, go really high and maybe closer. Or try it once without the light. Want to see how strong it is without the light. Now, because we're throwing stuff in the air, I want to make sure
Let me bring another light.
that
That would be easier.
the ISO is high enough. And at the speed, can you hold it a little bit lower? Perfect. So now if you can hold it a little bit higher, and then just drop it. 1, 2, 3. Did I miss it? I almost missed it. Alright, so I'm just gonna click right after you drop it. Not wait too long. 1, 2,
3.
Alright, still too blurry. That's alright. It's gonna go higher up. And
Drop.
wait. Oh,
I have to count.
yeah, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, that's
Okay, I have something going.
cool. And that's probably just warming up. Let's try a different way of shooting it. Instead of like throwing it down, like throwing it up.
Okay.
So what I will always try to do is to actually when it's at the highest point, so that's when it's 0. That's when I want to take the picture. So that's when it's the sharpest out of everything.
Okay.
All right, but you don't have to worry about that.
I was like, what do I do?
No.
So I'll count to 3 and then throw it.
Yeah, just wait 1 second. I just need to focus first. And all right, 1,
2, 3.
All right,
You
now
want
we
me
just
to throw it higher?
just a little bit lower,
Okay.
not so high. So all right.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so now we have the first one. It's pretty good. Let's see if we can actually. How high can we go with the light? How strong? It's the strongest? All right.
You want this one to be...
What
Maybe
if
I
we
can-
use the huge one?
Well, that would be a direct light.
Let's try indirect like this.
Can I take that light that we had just before, use it as like a background to hit like from this side? Is that possible?
Where do you want to hit?
Like I want to like just so it different.
Oh, I see. Like on the side.
Yeah. So it just like separates it from the background, so it gives it like a little edge. Like any photographer, portrait photographer would hit from a light in the background. Oh, that's where we are. It's difficult because we are turning always around.
Yeah.
Makes it really hard for the editor.
Peter Piper photos paper peppers.
So
Say that 3 times fast.
Peter, what was that? Peter Piper photos.
Oh yeah, can you turn that so I can see?
Oh yeah.
This
sure.
is where we see your chats.
So Peter Piper photos paper peppers. Peter Piper photos paper peppers.
Hi Aurelia. You're joining at the most exciting part.
It's where we are setting up everything to make it work.
Hi Ishai.
All
Ishai
right.
says change the ISO of the camera.
Yeah, already have it at like 1600, but because we're shooting at a high shutter speed, just to keep it sharp, not have it blurry.
Yeah.
You really need to try it. Like just wait 1 second there. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, let's try that
1,
again.
2, 3.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's perfect.
Okay, again?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Whoops, it went over. Let me do it
And
again.
try to make the light a bit softer.
That's pretty actually good.
Yeah.
So we need to.
It was good.
Or is it? Oh, it's actually.
1,
It's softer,
2,
huh?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Sweet.
Oh.
All right, let's do a few ones.
Can you shoot bursts with that camera?
Yeah. So I'm actually trying to shoot bursts, so it's take like 2 pictures every time you throw it.
Oh, okay.
So it's easier to like.
Okay.
So we
yeah,
already have
Danielle
one
said
material.
try shooting bursts. I was like, that's a good idea.
All right.
Okay,
And
1, 2, 3.
It's better to shoot there.
perfect. Keep going.
1, 2, 3. I can't do it upright. 1, 2, 3.
I'm actually just gonna follow the pepper.
1, 2, 3. Follow the pepper.
Yeah. And wait.
1.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Can you wait a second?
All right.
Just need to restart Lightroom. Just while logging in.
Okay, we're restarting Lightroom.
So that's what you always encounter when you're doing stuff.
It is loud,
live.
Laura. It's a bit scary
What?
when it hits the bottom.
Oh, is it loud?
I didn't expect it to be that loud. Should we try another color?
Yeah, let's try another color.
Ooh, this one's a nice one.
Is it working, Michael?
It's coming back. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's back.
Mini poivron.
We just
Uh-oh. There's some Reese's Pieces over here.
Yeah, I stole them from Becca. I had to. It was a good.
Yeah, this is a really nice yellow.
Can you take a picture just to see if you?
Mm-hmm. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Let me just check. See if it's all good. Oh, it's busy somehow. Is loading over? Oh, that might be.
Oh, it's busy. Yeah, I know.
Because it's loading all the pictures over.
So it's worth waiting, and after it should work after.
So Manon is asking, how do you know when you have the perfect photo?
It's less about perfection. It's more about just getting enough. Like, so quantity will help you to be actually sure that you have enough quality. So the more you have, the better you have it. And then just check once in a while, like always your pictures, like are they sharp? Do you have it in focus? And do you have enough variety? And after a while, you're probably set and you're happy to go. And so, because what we're doing right now is so important, I think it's the most important part of the whole project. Because after when we go into post, we can do anything with that, or we actually have nothing. So it's a break or lose kind of thing. But I've always seen it like it works out somehow. You just have to work it out in the end. But depending on how good we do our job here right now with taking the photos, it's going to be either really easy afterwards in post-production, or really difficult. Maybe even we have to reshoot something, but
Yeah.
that's very rare.
Cool. So just for those of you that didn't join yesterday, you might be wondering why we're taking a picture of a pepper.
It's gonna make sense. It will make sense
So
tomorrow.
this is lettering.
This
It's
is-
just another type of lettering.
yeah.
It's still
So
busy.
we're gonna create words
Yeah.
with the images of the peppers, and the phrase we're doing is spice up your life. So hopefully we'll get good pictures of the peppers, and we'll use those pictures to make the words spice.
Because is it transferring all the old ones as well?
But this is interesting to
Yeah,
see
maybe.
the workflow that goes into these
Try to
things.
press.
Yeah, it
Doesn't react, eh?
I want to try to unplug and plug in.
We're getting through our technical issues.
Yeah. The joy of tethering. Okay, I'm back here. And you?
Let's see. It's one.
I think it's coming.
And that's coming from me.
And
Will it come for you? Looks like it.
yellow one. I have it.
Yeah.
I have the yellow one.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Soren says, another type of lettering.
It's-
Pun intended. Yes.
Another type.
Let's say it was intended.
All right. So the goal is for you now, like, to throw it in different ways, like straight, long way up,
Okay.
and all those different ways.
I'll try this first.
Okay. And
1,
ready?
2, 3.
And let me just try out something that I think it shouldn't be a problem. Also because like white balance, you can all adjust it later on. Yeah, I'll adjust white balance later on. All right,
1,
and
2, 3.
try to throw them less high.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that one was perfect.
Okay, I'll do another one. 1, 2, 3.
And just do one flat.
1, 2, 3.
And I tried to have one that spins around.
1, 2, 3.
Sweet. Alright, just let me see. So what I'm looking here is that I have it on all different kind of ways and that I don't have them cropped.
Yeah.
And not on the ground as well. So there are a few different ones that are really good. And what you want to see is always that light that it hits. So you will always keep that in the same way afterwards. So like you won't turn them,
Yeah.
rotate them.
So he wants to make sure that the light is hitting the pepper from the same angle for all
Exactly.
images.
Exactly. So we're just gonna do a few more with this one.
Okay,
And
1, 2, 3.
And less spinning, but just a little bit spinning, but less fast.
1, 2, 3. Should I try that again?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, let's switch
Another
one
color?
to a little red one. Perfect.
1, 2, 3.
See? Yeah, that's good, that's good.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What way should I do?
Less high, just a little bit slower, like a slow throw.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's
Yeah, your hand can still
so
be
hard.
in it. Don't
Okay.
worry about that. Just like throw it a little bit in here.
1, 2, 3. I'm still pulling my
Yeah,
hand.
I don't know why, but.
I don't know. I'm just not good at this.
All right,
1,
and
2, 3.
so now spin, a little spin on it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, keep on spinning.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, was I ready for this one? Just because I have to focus always.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Let me just see if we got a few good ones. Looks pretty good. All right, a few straight ones
Okay.
with this one, and then I think we can jump to the next. Losing balance.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3.
Know that you're doing a really good job, Ari?
Am I?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Because there is a lot of patience needed to do that, so.
I'm like sweating. I'm so nervous.
Let's take an orange one. Oh,
I hope this is really entertaining for everybody watching. This is how much work it takes to create something. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna do vertical.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that went too high. Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was perfect. And then
Yeah.
just.
1, 2.
Yeah. Keep on doing that.
1, 2, 3.
That's good.
I'll spin it. 1, 2, 3.
That's good. That's good.
1, 2.
That was perfect. Hey, there. You're getting really better at this. See? Practice.
Wow. 1, 2, 3.
And.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Let's switch. What do we have? We have a few.
Wow, that one looks really good that I'm seeing on the screen.
Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, those are perfect. So that's good. You have on the left. You see the concept. So you see kind of like the shapes we want.
Yeah.
The how they have to be balanced. And so the closer we can get to having a variety of those in different ways, that will be actually be perfect. So yeah, now we only have to do a few more, some green ones as well.
Oh,
some
yeah.
chips.
So people have been saying I should wear gloves to touch the habaneros.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Touch your
Only
eyes.
because they're spicy.
Yeah, the habaneros apparently will burn your eyes if you touch your eyes.
Especially if you cut them.
Danielle says, why don't you just shoot them flat on the table and then just use Photoshop to manipulate the shapes?
Okay, so this is a good question, and I would say that because you want to have the light as close as possible to the actual setting. So if you're outside in like an alley and you're shooting there, if you have like a flat surface, the light will always be different. It will be easy to take away, and you could also like get stock photos for example, but you want to match it the whole surrounding to make it look as realistic as possible. because what you'll be doing afterwards in Photoshop will make it look impossible to pull off, but because you shot that in the actual light, it will match the whole setting, which will make it more realistic. And the shadows, like this one doesn't have shadows because we have a background in the back. If you pull it on the table, depending on how you light it, it will just not be the same.
Yeah.
That's why
they do look so different when they're in the air.
Yeah.
It's like
and like as soon as you flip them around, like the light changes, everything changes around. So that's why we're trying to get them as close as possible to the real thing. Plus, it's a lot of fun to shoot them, right?
Yeah. I'm like so sweaty. Perla, this is definitely studying. Perla said, "Is this studying design?" Okay.
All right. Ready?
Focus.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sweet. Just a few rotating ones.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's like a few straight ones, it's like straight up.
It's so hard to do that. 1, 2, 3.
And then just, yeah, exactly.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Perfect. Let me have a quick look. And they're just transferring all over.
Does the green show up?
It will.
Depending on the saturation, like, but on the screen here, it will just in a second because I kept on holding the button. So this will release, like, it will keep the files on your quick cache. So as soon as you release it, it will start writing on your card. So that's why there's only a certain amount of time you can actually do it. Now I can see them. So now I can see. Oh, it's usually one picture that's in between.
Yeah.
But now you can see, like, if we look at, like, closely, depending on the picture, let's go up. See, you see all the light, like, just refracts a whole different way.
Yeah, he's showing me a picture of it in the air.
So
right
they're
now.
not entirely sharp.
That picture is not in the air that you're seeing.
But Michael can help us out with that.
Yeah,
can we see the one on his?
No, if you show me which one.
Just one that's up.
It's at the top and it's in the air. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
So later on we just like brighten it up exactly, cut it out, and then just adjust like color balance and everything. I'll do that to all the pictures, like, because we have the same setting, it will make it easy to just cut out like all the ones. And the background is simple, so it's also makes it also a lot easier to pick it out.
Nice.
So pretty much we're on a really good path.
Should we do more of this? Or? We have the habaneros
Let's
too.
do a few habaneros.
Okay, I promise I will not touch my eyes.
Do you think it's spicy? Like, just...
Yeah, they said even touching it.
Nah.
He says it's not spicy to touch it.
I heard that the like the heat from habaneros or like any chili, well, it's in the chili as well, but like the seeds, those are the...
Yeah, the seeds are where the heat comes from. Okay, time for the habanero.
Habanero. Wait, just let me sit that right. And okay.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just 1 second. Just gonna look at a few of them. See if they're sharp. If I have to increase. I don't want to change any settings.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep doing it.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me try to like.
Yeah, that's perfect. Wait, just wait. Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You threw it at 2. At some point, you just know how people will do it.
I'm
just like tired of saying something. Just
I'm just saying 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm actually gonna do it at 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
What else?
Those are amazing.
They're amazing?
Yeah, they're amazing. They're perfect. Like, we have a whole variety of those. Perfect. Let's take another color of habanero. Do we have another color? Alright, we have a green one.
More peppers. Michael, those ones by you.
Oh, those ones are big.
These are the jalapenos.
So wait, we'll have to try to figure out which one are the spiciest.
So I can eat them?
So we can like, do you know the show where they eat chili like chicken wings? Like hot chicken wings?
Yeah.
We should do like just straight
a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring the heat, spice up your life. All right.
Spice up your life. This is heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, just let me focus.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Do you want me to count down for once?
Oh, do you want to? Because I'm really bad at it.
All right. No. Just like it's the.
You count down.
All right. 1, 2, 3. 1. Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Do you want it higher or is that good?
That's good.
Okay.
Ooh, something is not working.
Uh-oh. Something happened on the camera.
What?
I don't know what it is. My focus is not working.
The focus stopped working.
Might be also be my lens. That happens when you drop your camera sometimes.
Did you drop it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it works. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Just minor issues.
You're counting.
All right, I'm counting and I'm just focusing. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And another one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, now they're perfect. 1, 2, 3. Harry, you're doing a great job. 1, 2, 3.
This is so heavy, it's like pushing the paper down.
Oh, they're amazing. I'm already really excited. So now just throw them straight. So just not like
horizontally?
flat. Yeah,
Okay.
flat straight. All right, and 1, 2, 3. Love it. 1, 2, 3. And then just have a spin a little bit on them.
Okay.
So you can just like, yeah, exactly. That's good. All right, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I forgot to spin it.
No, it's perfect. We got it. We got it.
Do we have enough?
We have almost enough. Let's. How many yellows did we do? Let's do one long yellow.
This is the one we did.
Oh, that's a long one. Let's do this one. It's a
Okay.
little smaller. All right, just let me focus. That's good. All right, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'll spin it now.
Yes, that's 1, 2, 3. And just a few straight ones, like high up. Yes.
Like this
like
high?
not flat, like yeah,
Okay.
like vertical. And 1, 2, 3. And another one. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. I think we're good with this one.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
We got
Nice.
some red ones. We got some green ones.
We have, what cord is feeding to the computer? Is it HDMI?
No, it's
USB.
a USB.
Oh yeah, we're using a USB from the camera to the computer.
But it's a special USB for here, right? It's a mini USB?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, micro.
Micro USB.
Does everyone love these pictures?
Well, at the moment they're just like flat. But I love that we already have like a lot of items to use. So what else?
Yeah. This one's cool.
Let's do that one. If we can see a few cool shapes, that's great. Okay, that's good. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Any good ones?
Yeah. Okay, so just 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Another one. And just focusing. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Amazing.
That's my favorite because it's cute.
Because it was a little bended. Yeah, it has more like a shape of a chili than the other ones.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Chips?
Some chips.
Ooh.
And with the
Okay.
chips we can actually just throw a few of them.
I hope so.
I don't want to.
Do one by one, all of them.
Yeah. Now I want every
They are
shape.
all different.
Well, now you can tell people at work, like, what did you do today at work?
Mm.
I ate tortillas and I threw them in the air.
How many should I throw? Like 3?
Just, well, you can use 2 and just throw them like a little bit separately.
Okay.
Perfect. Alright, and just some mean separately is like,
I feel like I should be kneeling. I don't know why I'm standing.
I don't know.
This is really hard. Okay.
So just have one further closer up. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. And about the same height. That's good. And 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's. Alright, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Let's try one by one. Just quickly see if it's better. 1, 2, 3.
I'm changing so we have a different one.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one's good.
What if I just do this?
Yeah, that's
Will
perfect.
they separate? I don't know. Let's see.
1, 2, 3.
No, they didn't
Don't-
separate.
And don't throw them too high.
Yeah.
But if you, let me see if you can put them on one hand, then just do
Oh.
like
yeah,
just that.
I'll
like
try that.
you can keep your hand right where it's at. All right, let me see. I'm just gonna keep it the right way again. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Too
Yeah,
high?
that's perfect. No, that's perfect. You can a little bit lower is great as well.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
That was too low.
We try this.
Oh yeah.
Let's try that.
Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Is that the Italian way of saying like?
Yeah.
Right.
Vaf something.
Vaf
Vaf.
something, yeah.
I know another word.
Yeah, we won't say it.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
That was too high.
That's good.
They're kind of horizontal.
Yeah.
What if we just drop instead of throw?
That's-
Judith is asking.
Well, let's try that. We tried it before. Just hold it a little bit higher up. I think I remember why, but let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Is it too fast?
Yeah, they gain at speed, and then we don't have enough light to actually reflect that. So like,
Yeah.
it's all blurry.
Oh, okay.
So
There's your answer. I wish we could just drop them.
okay, try one more.
Just dropping?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Like now, if you would see the picture that's coming in right now,
Oh, that's better. Oh, but it's blurry.
it's actually all right because we are blurring those out completely. So
Yeah, that could be like in the foreground.
yeah.
If
Blurry.
you compare with
Because they should be a little bit sharper.
like this one is sharper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that
a
one
little
is
bit.
sharper.
Just a little bit.
just because it's like if you're throwing something up, it will gain 0 speed in the top and then just go down. So you have a longer time frame to actually shoot something.
This one is sharp.
Yeah.
That one's super sharp on the ground.
See, and this is why we can actually not just shoot anything that's just on the ground because of the shadows in the back.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more helpful. But let's just throw a few more.
I'm gonna try this again.
Yeah, that was good. Oh wait, see now. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's making a weird noise.
Yeah, now it just broke again.
So we're getting a good lesson about gravity today.
I know, right?
This is a science lesson.
Rocket science. Yeah, the more you know actually about science and physics and everything around, you know your stuff better.
Yeah.
It will help you in anything you do. All right, 1, 2, 3. Just try to throw them just like this. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
Just a little bit like that? Okay.
Yeah, my time frame is going to be short, but 1, 2, 3. I still try to do like really fast, like oh. All right, just try one more, and 1, 2, 3.
I did a weird thing.
You just like, huh. It's all right. It's all right. We've got time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think for the chips we got.
I was too fast. Oh, that was not bad.
I think we got enough chips for like to blow them out. That's perfect. Now the only thing left to throw in the air is the peppercorns. Oh, eat those.
Insert time lapse here.
Oh, I have a good story about chilies, like eating chilies, like hot peppers. I once was working. Can we hear me? Is that all right?
Can everyone hear him?
Yeah.
If not,
Oh, they can.
Yeah,
They can.
Francisco says yes.
so I was working, like I was freelancing in a kitchen for a while, and the cook told me like he had like peppers in ice, and I asked him like, does it help to make them less hot, like less spicy? And he told me yeah, that would help, plus having taking those seeds out would help as well.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh great. And he said like, yeah, you can just bite it off, that's no problem. So I took one bite, it was like, oh, that's not spicy at all. I went to my brother, gave him the same piece, and he's like, hey, those are not spicy. And he took like a full bite, and that's when the seeds started. So he took a full bite, like straight from all the seeds, and he's like burning up and like really hot. And that's my best fond memory of hot chili peppers.
Fond for you because you didn't have to
Exactly.
eat the seeds. So should I do this?
Yeah, yeah, that would be perfect.
So I have a handful of peppercorns.
All right, and 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Did it work? Oh my gosh, these are gonna go everywhere.
Oh, I see. So my settings changed. Oh, it's well.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah, they are a lot blurry.
Yeah.
Let's try that. Just.
Oh, did you lose the?
I think
It's
we're good.
just falling that way.
All right, let's try that again. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. That one's beautiful.
Good.
It's super dark, which is totally fine.
Beautiful.
But they're all sharp. Actually, just take one more and then we're good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's
Good?
amazing. Yeah. Look at
Wow.
that. Zoom
Wow!
in. Zoom in. You can see like all the small peppercorns.
And we're done.
I have like a standing ovation right here.
A kneeling ovation.
A kneeling ovation. And let's just get the salsa in the little. Where's the bowl? Is it still in the bag?
It's here.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so by the end of this week,
Ooh.
there's like candy, chips,
And then-
peppercorns.
We're gonna have a fiesta.
So
Oh wait, what do you Mexican do like with the thing, the piñata?
oh,
So that's what we're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
do
like a piñata broken here.
After a fiesta, we're gonna do like after we have the tortilla, we're just gonna have that.
Yeah, every mirror you want to. Still alive.
All right, so
It seems stable.
yeah, it is stable. All right, so I'm just gonna frame that.
Okay, so now we've got the salsa.
So this is gonna be the picture that's gonna be on top. And just one more.
Hi, Jenny. Thanks for watching.
All right, I think.
It's good.
Yeah, we got it.
It looks really good.
I think for what we're doing today, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have some fun sorting through those photos, look at what's important, if we need to reshoot anything. So I think we'll just leave it here
Leave it in place, yeah.
for now, and then we can go through every picture.
All right. Now I can have some chips and salsa.
Oh, some chips and dips.
I need a reward for throwing things
High
for an
five.
hour. Good job.
Well done.
Michael, can you adjust that screen? All right. Why is my hand red? Is it red? It looks okay to me.
Challenge number 1.
That's easy. That's a sweet one.
Yep.
We can pretend we're eating really spicy ones and eat the sweet
Okay.
ones. Those ones
Actually,
are really good, huh?
they're really good.
Yeah, I
They're
eat
really
them as
sweet.
snacks all the time.
Mm.
Voodoo, I'm glad you had fun. Xiomara says, try hanging the object with a thread and glue. Have you ever tried that?
What did you say?
Have you ever tried hanging the object like with a nylon thread?
Yeah,
Does
you could
that
do
work?
that. But then if you want to change the shape, like if it's turned around, it's probably going to be hard again.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. So see how dark it is? You can see that
Wow,
line.
you're so zoomed in right now.
Ooh,
We hit this
amazing.
There we are.
So,
Okay, we're back from our field trip.
it was a good field trip though.
It was fun. It
So-
taught me a lot about photography.
Nice. If you can learn something every day, it's perfect. Why is it not changing? Oh, enable profile increment. There we go. And then just set that up. We can't see anything. There we go.
Okay.
So instead of the the salsa like glass, we have actually a bowl. Doesn't really look that good.
Appetizing?
Appetizing. That's the word that I was looking for. But it's not the main thing about the whole picture.
I think it looks pretty good. What if you made it a bit brighter red?
Brighter red.
Maybe it would be like more exciting.
So we
It
can
doesn't
actually.
look bad.
No, it really doesn't look bad. Oh, that's the wrong tool. This one, the brush here. We can just add a little bit here.
What brush is this?
That's the I don't know the names for it. It's like yesterday. If you hover adjustment brush. So if you hit K, you should get to the adjustment brush. Nice. Learning something as well.
Nice. I
Counter.
didn't know that.
Remember
Yeah.
yesterday?
I remember.
Well, you remember, I remember too. So
Tarek, I'm glad you liked the process.
So yeah,
Thanks,
if you
everyone.
have any questions regarding the process, photography, whatever, just ask away, and we'll try to make that that work.
So we are in Lightroom right now.
There you
Is
go.
this Lightroom CC?
That's Lightroom CC.
Great.
Should be a version of it. I don't know if it's the latest version. But there's one line here that I just kind of want to see if we can just take it away. So it's nice. You don't see any background really. And I'm gonna blur it out, the background a little bit more, so it just doesn't look, because you see kind of the texture of the paper. If you look closely, you just see here, just a little bit how the paper isn't smooth. So I kind of want to smooth that out.
Who wrote 1, 2, 3 on the sketch?
I don't know. That was probably Michael.
Was it a little French elf?
Especially like 1, 2, 3. That must have been Michael.
You can hide the layer.
Gosh, he's vandalizing all the artwork.
So what we can do here, first of all, is like just go through all the pictures. Probably go to the point where we started. So that's probably where we have set the light correctly. And then just select with a 1, set a rating to keep all the photos we want to keep. Like this one, even though it's great, actually I might still keep it. I have the ones that are in focus, that are not on the ground, that we can use later on. So this one, we might be able to use it, but it's easier to cut out like everything else. And just keep on going that. No, that one is not good. So I'm just going after numbers that see if we then got enough pictures and frames for that.
Marshall asked how long you've been doing this.
Lettering or taking pictures? Or
I
like
don't know.
1, 2, 3?
When did you learn to say 1, 2, 3?
I learned it from photography, like doing weddings, like you're
Yeah.
always taking pictures of groups.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot because you have to work really fast with people that have no idea. So if you're working with models, it's different work. It's a lot more like they know what they're doing and you know what you're doing, so that matches really well. And weddings, you really have someone that has no idea what they're doing,
Yeah.
and you have to give them confidence. And the 1, 2, 3 is actually not about them. It's more, well, it's not about you. It's more about them, so they feel like, oh, now I have to be ready. So
And families are really hard to take pictures of.
yeah.
Like a group of family is like chaos.
So I have a really easy rule to do. Like I have 3 rules when I take group pictures. So the first one is like everyone keep their eyes open for at least 3 seconds. So you miss the chance that everyone blinks in like a split of a second, because otherwise there's always someone who blinks, like
Yeah.
Uncle Steve or someone. I always call
Classic
him
Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve. And that's 3 seconds. And I make a joke about it, is like even if a fly flies in, like just keep those eyes open. Number 2 is to smile, and then we do like 3 stages of smile, like the super excited, like my selfie smiles, like. Then the second one is like just show you have like brush your teeth in the mornings, like with showing your teeth. And number 1 is, well, I would start with the first one, is just like smile with just like lips raised, and that's kind of the decent smile.
So then you pick one out of the 3 that most people
Exactly.
look normal.
Yeah. I don't go to the super extent. Like after I have taken like the one where like everyone's like massive smile, people find that usually find that funny, so they smile naturally just after that. So you know that like that's perfect. And the last one was if I don't see you, you're not on the, like if you don't see me like or my camera, you're not on the picture. So because people like to hide behind other people, and if I tell them that, then they're responsible if they're not on the picture. So I take myself out of the equation.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I've started lettering 3-4 years ago, and professionally been doing it like last I think 2 years, full time.
So you had other jobs before and then you quit your jobs.
Yeah, I worked in a bank, in a Swiss bank. It's so funny. Swiss banks have this worst image. Like, what do you think? What's your first thought of?
Sounded, when you said Swiss bank, I imagined you being in a suit and being very uptight and having to work like super long hours and like everything's gray and everyone is like strict.
But like especially Swiss banks?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
Every bank.
So
when you said Swiss bank, it made it sound more official.
Yeah. Because Swiss bank is usually where people put their money and hide their money,
Yeah,
like
so
Cayman
you were,
Islands
like,
and stuff like that.
Handling money of all these people who just want to launder their money.
Exactly. And so that's totally not true. Embezzling money, that's what I thought of. Yeah, exactly. So that's what people will think of, which is not right. And Mitch Smith asked, Credit Suisse? I was at UBS, so that's the biggest Swiss bank, at least of how we see us. Like, Credit Suisse is also big, so they're rivals. If he works at Credit Suisse, then I have maybe a little problem. Stefan, how long has been your fastest work? Like, do you mean in terms of a process or like a project that I've done, like the fastest, or what do you understand with work?
So Jenny, we're doing a whole 3-day live stream session. So the first day we talked about the sketch and we pretty much finalized the theme, the phrase we're doing, and Stefan made that sketch that you see. Today we're going to try to get all the photos together, and then by the 3rd day, hopefully this sketch that you see will be made with peppers and the other materials we took pictures of. So every day is a bit of progress.
That's all we need, just a little progress.
Yes.
So Laura asks, from everything from start to end. Well, if a client's involved, like if I do something for myself, it can go really fast. Like I can have an idea and I can execute it in just 1 hour.
Yeah.
The more precise, like if my mind really has an image drawn up and I just really clearly see it, it's usually really fast.
Yeah.
But if I start something and I have no idea how it will turn out, that can take a lot longer. But it ranges from like half an hour to maybe a few weeks. But then I'll just work like hour at a time, like every day, just a little bit, just to see the progress of that changing. But I usually try to work as fast as possible and just do as much as possible. Like, I like quantity over quality. No, I don't. No, but like quality comes with the progress and with the quantity as well, because you just learn doing something faster, something better all the time.
Did you do other gigs besides weddings when you were a photographer?
Yeah, I did a lot of couple shooting. Like, I love shooting people or taking pictures of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I always love having...
You don't love peppers?
Well, it's different.
Oh.
Like, since I've stopped or doing this most of the time, I actually been concentrating more on like less people and more walls and artworks and other kinds of stuff. So yeah, all kind.
Wow, this orange one looks really good.
Would it be easier to green or blue screen them? So the blue screen is actually the background we're gonna use. So it's not intentional to take like a different background.
Oh, okay.
Green screen is great if you either want the green or if you want to like hide the background. For example, we have a green screen in the back of us that's just keyed out, so you can see the whole background of us. So I'm just going through all these images, and we have some really good ones. Some are unsharp, which is not a problem, but most of them are really great. And they're really fun. Oh, now come the chips.
That chip looks good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a giveaway in a couple minutes.
Just
so
a random
you didn't
giveaway?
miss it. You didn't miss it.
How do you set the rating of the image? So I use the 1 key. So you can use any key you want. So if you type in 3, you're gonna have a rating of 3 stars. If you type in 1, so 1 to 5, you can type in like a rating. There's another key to add color ratings. I think, nope. that's not the one. I don't remember. Oh, see, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 0. 0 is to set back to 0, but like I think 6, 7, 8 and 9 are different colors. So that way you can actually sort your photos before you start editing or start continuing your process. There we have a few good ones. So that's the interesting part. So this one, the top one is almost sharp, and the lower one is really blurry. And you see that difference of speed. That one just was either stopping right there at the top and then going back. Oh, and those ones are just beautiful. Isn't that amazing?
What a masterpiece.
So you can almost like start doing the first letter of the alphabet here. Like that could be a P or an H.
Oh, yeah.
So depending on how you throw them, it's really easy to do them.
Yeah.
And I think here it just...
Okay, so start being active in the chat so you can participate in the giveaway. And just chat,
Amazing.
Say how much you love Stefan's work. Tell us if you like peppercorns or peppers, or if you like throwing peppers in the air.
Do you want to
Should I have one? Oh, they said that it sounds weird when we chew, though. They didn't like it. But also, Munir was asking what kind of pens and pencils you use. You have to answer with your mouth full of pepper.
No, I'm not going to go closer to the microphone. I wanted to weird them out, just like go really close and...
No, don't do it.
So difficult.
So what do you use like when you're just sketching?
So when I'm just sketching, I love using my iPad to sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what I do, like you can refine and re-go over sketches really easily with your iPad. But I love to have a sketchbook with me. So I'm actually doing a video about that.
Really?
I'm doing a lot of videos. Oh, did I tell you about what we did yesterday?
No.
After we left? That was funny. We went into the streets of San Francisco and we were looking for a chalkboard sign. So maybe we can show it to everyone. So you guys are gonna see something that I haven't showed or shared to anyone, so I'm just gonna pick out here. Just gonna change that.
So he's gonna show us what he did yesterday in the streets of San Francisco.
So let's see if we can see that on the screen. There we go. So we went into the street, we looked for a chalk sign everywhere. Like we literally walked like 45 minutes till we find something.
Yeah.
And then I saw this sign and I'm like, yes, this actually looks like a sign that we could redo and do better. So we went there and we just asked
like
that.
Like a public service
Exactly.
act.
So if Adobe's already inviting us to come here, we actually thought of like, why not go to San Francisco, do some good, and share that with the people, make the city a better place, more beautiful place. And so, wait, I have to know which way is what. So we asked
whoever was working there.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop and a bar, and we asked the guy at the coffee shop and like, hey, can we redo your sign? Like, is that your sign, first of all?
Yeah.
Can we redo it, like wipe it off and redo it? And I showed him like my Instagram just to say like, I know what I'm doing.
I'm legit.
And I'm not just a weird person that just wanted to do something. And then that was the first one.
Wow.
So we did the first side, and we wanted
so
like
funny.
The first. If you see the first one is like drinks, happy hour. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
We wanted to make something funny, like why limit happy to an hour if we can do it till 7.
That's so great.
And then the next side.
Oh, that's cute.
Cocktails, because no great story started with a salad. And so so we went to the streets.
That's so awesome. They're probably so grateful that you did that.
She was almost freaked out.
So how did you
that was her.
lay it out at the beginning? Like, did you sketch this while you were there so you could figure out how it was
Exactly.
gonna look?
So I really don't have my...
Because people might think that you just go there with your chalk and just create something, but I feel like you must...
I sketched out a little part in it, and I'm just seeing... Oh, where do I have it? Here. So, do we have a GoPro? Does this one work?
Can we connect the GoPro? Oh, okay. By the way, we have a winner of the random giveaway. Yes, it's Donna Cruz. Yay! You won 3 posters, Donna.
Come on.
Congratulations.
That's Mr. T, right? And then you have all these location tags, airports.
Yeah, so I was hosting that stream with the location tags, which was really cool.
That's amazing.
I have that poster on my wall, and I'm the reason why there's Athens on there. I was like, put Athens, San Francisco. Okay.
So
let's see if we can show the sketch that you used to
do the chalk piece.
To do the chalk piece.
Yeah, I really love doing chalk pieces. I don't know why. It just happened to be like just going there, wipe something off.
Do you use a chalk marker or actual chalk?
I use a chalk marker. So I have like chalk pens from uni. I found out that they're the best ones that I've been using.
Is that a brand?
It's a brand. It's like they have different ones.
How do you spell it?
Just a U-N-I.
Oh, uni.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so together, that was just the best that I could find, and I was really, really, really happy to just have finally find those. Is that working?
Yeah, Kat says uni paint is the best.
Yeah, because I've tried like all different kind of brands, and a lot of them wipe just off, like just if you touch them or just scratch them a little bit, graze them, like it'll just scratch off every entire thing. So that's what's been really bugging me about that, is that it's actually not that great. So I think we have a go on the sketch.
Flip it around, and then we'll be able to see it. Okay, great.
So these are my 2. So it's really basic sketches with a pencil.
Yeah.
So it's more about composition. It's more about the idea that I want to portray. And so I had a different idea, and then I just refined that below, and then from there on I just had the more you do it, you just know how things will look like. Like you might not be able to present that to a client. I went to the girl who was working at the bar, and I showed the idea to her. It's like, hey, is that just from a quote standpoint, is that okay? And she loved that idea.
Yeah.
And so from there on, I just went back, just start lettering, and like I sketched it out first with a pencil on the chalkboard piece as well, because I had nothing else. And yeah, that was a good way to actually do it.
Wow, so that's all you had when you approached the chalkboard, and then you did a pencil sketch on the chalkboard, and then you went over with the paint.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you from start to finish?
So we came there about, I think, around 5. It took us an hour to actually do both sides. It took us about 10-20 minutes to actually think of the whole concept, like the copy, and then to persuade. No, we didn't have to persuade.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah,
they were like,
do it,
please change.
Yeah.
Great. Safira said, I hear often how professional lettering artists get into this a few years ago before it got so popular. Do you think it's too late for me? Can someone start their career now?
No, it's definitely not too late. Like, first of all, it has to, like, if it's a hobby, you'll love doing it. So for me, it was a hobby way before it turned into a job. I just love doing it. So if you love doing something, why not? Like, it's never too late to start something.
Yeah.
If you love doing it with, like, drawing with your hand, then absolutely do it. You don't have to follow trends. That's anyway the thing that you don't have to. And it's even greater that it's like the trend is actually growing and growing. Like, it hasn't stopped yet, like, growing. And the great thing about it is if you start now, you have all these lessons, you have all these courses that you can do, you have all inspiration everywhere around. So when I started out, it was a lot harder to actually find anything on the internet. There were no courses on YouTube or on Skillshare or anything else. So right now is a perfect time to start, like, just from everything you can do. And so I really, if you love doing it, just try it out, see how you like it, and if you really love it, like, just do it. Even if it's not a trend, you'll have fun with it.
Yeah, you always have something unique to offer, even if there's thousands of people doing it. And find that thing that's unique about you that you can offer the world.
And I like what Jenny says, it's like practice starts now. It's like really don't put it on tomorrow, do it today, because why wait till tomorrow to do it? What you could do right now. Yeah, it's just perfect.
Yeah. All right. And why did you start hand lettering?
So it was basically because I was stuck with what I was doing with my iPhone. Like I couldn't progress any further. So I was I saw that I had a limit, and that's where I knew like I had to overcome that limit, or the only way to overcome is to actually learn something new.
What do you mean with your iPhone?
So I created those quotes and captions
on over.
Yeah. And I create like those compositions on that, and you reach a certain point where it's like I actually have to draw it by hand, or like start using that and incorporate that into your work. So that's when you realize like, oh, actually I have to change it around. And that's when I got into lettering. And somebody asked me like, how would you describe how did you get into lettering, and how does it like end up being your work? Like, did you just love it?
Yeah.
And so my answer to that is usually I had lettering and I were like best friends. We were never like a couple. And so we were like always besties, but never like more than that. And until like kind of everyone around me just said like, it just makes sense. And because I was always more into photography, I was more into like, I wanted to open a coffee shop at some point. Like I quit my job and I wanted to like pursue photography more than I wanted to pursue lettering. And like I always had like, yeah, I love lettering, like it's cool, but I don't want it as my job. And I kept on like pushing that on the side until I realized like, no, actually it makes total sense.
Yeah.
And since then I've been committed to it, and now we're married, not literally, just figuratively.
So you are married?
No.
Oh. But you're married to lettering.
Well, I don't have a ring on it for that matter.
Lettering hasn't put the ring on it yet. Gosh.
Well, I maybe I have to ask lettering.
Yeah. You've done enough. I mean, lettering's just got to step it up.
It's got to step it up. No.
Marshall said tomorrow is the same as never.
Tomorrow is the same as never. Yeah, it's true.
Whoa.
Because tomorrow is going to be
Oh,
the
he
next
said
day.
tomorrow and never are the same. That was a more eloquent way of saying it. It just, the chat keeps going, so I miss things, but I have to remember to say that.
Yeah, Brian Taylor saying, really love these streams. They go personal. Like, yeah, if you ask good questions, we go personal. We go deep.
Oh, yeah.
We dive, like,
okay,
wherever
so
you
let's
bring.
dive into the salsa.
I love Benedict. Letter ring.
Letter ring.
Yeah, there's no need for a ring if you have letter ring. That's a good one.
That's what I'm going to tell myself.
Ooh, those colors.
So just 10 minutes to get your entries in for the contest. I'm looking at them now. There's a lot of good entries, and we'll be looking at them all towards the end, and Stefan will pick his favorite to win.
Do you know there's a cool function on Lightroom where you can just, like, we shot almost all in the same light, but some are just overexposed, and I don't know exactly why. It happens. You can put everything on manual, but somehow the camera changes. If it's a new camera, it's pretty normal. But now there's, I have to find the right setting. It's... Am I the right setting? Yeah, it is. Alright, now I just don't find it anymore. Match total exposure. It's probably the most beautiful thing that they've brought to Adobe Lightroom is match total exposure. It's like getting all the same shots.
Match total exposure.
And it works pretty well. Like, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. How do you enter? Yeah, check the contest. You have chat info and contests, so just below schedule, you can check out all the details there. Ooh, translation for other languages.
Yeah. Unfortunately, well, maybe you can translate everything to German
En
and
français.
French.
Oh, I don't like
everything
it
I say.
everything.
And then you can just speak in German and French.
Did you know that actually translating things is actually harder than speaking the language? Because you have to create connections between words in the one language to the other language. And if you learn those languages not by translating anything, then you actually never make those connections. So I'm really bad at translating because I don't think, like, I don't translate words from one language to the other. So I just really think in one language as I'm speaking it, and then I have to find like a situation where I would use that word to find actually what the word would be translated in. So it's terrible.
That's hard. Okay, so what's next with the peppers? You did match total exposure.
Exactly. So we have here a ton of good pictures, and then what I would start doing is actually use that one picture that we have, and then with Command E you can go straight into Photoshop, export that photo, and as soon as it's done that, you'll able to then also import like all the chilies and all the other elements, and then we'll just cut them out tomorrow and then place them in Photoshop and create the whole composition. So that's
great.
The plan for tomorrow is actually to finish the whole piece so that whenever we're ready, we'll have this sketch here without the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, delete Michael's layer.
There we go. So that's sketch here, that's the goal. And so we're gonna use all these elements like these chilies here, and we're gonna transfer them in to like these elements here. That's the maximum zoom I can do. Do you have already a few entries? Ooh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do them all at the same time.
Amazing.
I know you're excited to see them.
I'm really excited to see them.
But
all right, guys, if you have any other questions, just Q&A. You're always welcome to ask them. We can go really deep, as you've just found out.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, who's your favorite lettering artist? It doesn't have to be me. It can be me. It doesn't have to. It can be Becca. She's right there on the other.
I haven't prepared an answer for that, but I can answer you soon.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow I can answer.
Okay.
I can give you like top 3.
Yeah, I would also say that. Like, I would never. Yeah. If someone asked me like, "What's your favorite book?" Like, well, I have multiple.
I feel like my life is inundated with lettering artists, and I love everything, and I just see so much that it's right now I think of like a million things when you say that.
Kevin is asking, "What's your favorite letter and why?" Do you want to answer that?
My favorite letter?
To letter?
I really like Y's because I like the descender of the Y, and it's usually at the end of the word, so you can do some creative things with it. Not usually, but a lot of the time a Y is ending a word. So that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, Y's are pretty nice to actually draw, like in script form. You can do a lot with them. For me, why not? It's hard. At the moment I have about a few letters that I love to write. One is an R, one is a S, and I love to write some E's. All different kind of letters. Really depends on how you letter them and how you can do that in the best way. So what I will do tomorrow, just a little preview, is...
We still have time, so we're not over yet.
So just quick select. You can actually also just like select mask, so you can see...
Ooh, that's cool.
So you can see here that it's really sharp, so you just want to use a feather here just to smooth that out a little bit. Not too much. You want to take out a little bit of the blue, so you can shift those edges a little bit towards inside, and then just click OK. Copy. And you can try it out, like just paste it in somewhere else. So actually you can see now I can move this around, and I can use that somewhere. It's not, if you compare it to the other one, it's not as good. So we can work a little bit on that, but for the scale that we'll be in, it's actually pretty good. And if you see, like, if I turn that around, the light will change completely, so that won't look as realistic, especially if we do that, if we turn it the full way around, because then the light would come from the bottom and not from the top like it does here. So I'm just gonna go back to this one, and then we're just gonna scale that a little bit down, and then we can add like a few different ones. That's almost looks like an S.
Yeah. Are you going to have a sketch behind where
Yes.
you put the peppers?
So like usually what I would do is I would actually just take a basic like just a font, because you don't even have to sketch it out, and or what you can also do is simply to take a brush like this, make a new layer, and then just write it out. It doesn't, because it really doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
That's
You
actually
want it
enough.
to look natural.
Yeah, and just like a little bit playful, and the playfulness comes from actually using a tool that you have less control over.
Yeah.
So that looks more like a kid drawing, because the less control you have, the easier it will look like to use. And so now I can change the opacity here. Just turn that a little bit, not totally down, and then put it somewhere below. And then just start like, I can start taking these and just adjusting them a little bit. So this one would probably be better on this side.
Perfect.
And I can go to the next one back here, select like a yellow one, export it to Photoshop.
What font was the white text that you typed out?
You ask me questions that I don't know the answer to.
I didn't ask, someone asked on the chat.
Well, someone on the
Marshall
chat
asked.
Well,
It's
no,
okay. It's not important because we're not using it.
Yeah, so, wait, I'm just going back just to answer that one quickly.
Oh, he's going to answer it.
Of course I am. I think it's Beba.
Bebas Noya?
Bebas. Yeah,
Or just Bebas?
Bebas. I always think of Babas. I don't know why. So again, here, just like the quick select tool. What's the short command for that one? It's W, yeah.
W. So there were a couple of questions while you're doing this.
Yeah.
Jenny asked, what are your go-to secondary elements for a lettering piece?
Go to secondary elements.
Like, I'm guessing she means illustrations or flourishes that are not the actual words. Do you have something that you usually use?
I'm thinking of that. I don't know. I don't think so.
It depends on the project.
Yeah.
And Dan asked, what's the most difficult aspect of creating a hand-lettered composition?
It's balancing like all the words, finding a right balance, finding something that you feel like, oh, this is actually really cool, like I like that. Because it's so easy to create something that you're not totally excited about. So for example, if we go back to the piece that I did in the streets, which was, can I switch to the iPhone? Yes. All right.
Awesome.
So for this one, for the not great story, I like the great and story that they're just like kind of like separated, but like on a slanted line. Mm-hmm. I love the cocktails and the because just be like,
Because of the wonderful things he does.
Yeah.
What song is that from? It just came into my head.
So you have here this. Actually, if I take a screenshot of that, I can actually draw inside.
Oh, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Because.
So if you have like this one here, doesn't it show that? No. Well, doesn't work.
It's not showing that you're trying to annotate. It's
Yeah.
okay. You can describe it.
But yeah, so the because it's like just in this arrow bow in between. I don't know, maybe it's just something that doesn't show. Let's try that again.
No, it doesn't show it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's annotating.
Yeah. So anyway, what we were trying to show is that because it's like just between the C and the S, just on the lower line,
and
which,
the C and the S
Yeah.
fill in that negative space.
and I'm still not totally like, that's not the work that I will be like, if I had to redo it, I love to redo it just because they started with, like, they haven't found their place in a great way. And so there are a lot of things that you just feel on, I should actually change that again, just like redo that. But the great thing about like doing a project like this, like going to the streets, drawing that straight away onto a chalkboard is great, because you just have to finish it and there's no like second try. Like you could redo it, the whole thing, or you can go on to precision, but the fact that you are doing a trial and error is actually better in some ways.
Mark is asking, why did you decide to join the E and the A in great?
Join the E and the
So
A.
in great, the EA was joined. It was
Yeah.
like a ligature.
Because of the spacing, like I looked at the spacing, like the T is also really close to the A, which it really wouldn't be. But I decided to like pull it all together, and so that's why the E and the A is stuck together, while the T and the A is not. But they're so close that they actually would be if that had a different letter. Like if it was an E as well, that would also be the same. So that's why.
All about the spacing.
All about the spacing. Like that's probably something that I learned the most over the years. It's like spacing, like being sure that you use all space really well and you balance it all out. That's kind of the most important thing, to have like a really nicely balanced piece.
All right. We have a lot of entries.
Should we go over them?
Yeah, I think we should start showing them, because we want to be able to give attention to everything. Here's the first one from Faizan. It's a redesign of the Nutella logo.
Oh, but in a really nice way. Like I
Yeah.
love the sketches that you put in. Also, what's always nice is to see all the busy curves and like all the points that you did. Shows really professionalism. And
Look at those anchor points.
they're spot on. It's like we were talking
Nice.
about that, like having always straight lines. We're not all about that, but you have done a really good job at that.
He says thank you. He's watching. Great.
Awesome. And yeah, I love that piece. I love that lettering. I think only suggestion for improvement would be the E on the left, on the right, I mean, just the, how do you say that, the bell that comes in between, like this part here. It looks a little bit thick, and kind of like here they could come well together, like just be like in
Make
one
the
line.
joint
Yeah.
a curve instead of like that.
Yeah, because like the N is like curved here, which it would naturally not be, but here they're not, which they could be. So I feel like that, just for an idea for improvement, that could be really cool. But it's
Yeah.
really nice. So it's like, that's really criticism on the highest level that
Definitely.
I could just give.
Cool. Good job.
Creativity, nice.
Leonie.
I like the colors. Like, can you zoom in on the texture? That's really nice. The texture is really good on this one. And I like how you played around with like the V that goes into the T and just all the way across to the C. So that's really nice.
Yeah, it's a really cohesive design.
Yeah. Wow.
Live.
Oh.
So it started with a pencil sketch.
Yeah. There's
Nice.
it's I like the colors. I like the gradients. There's only one thing that bugs me out, and it's just this piece here at the bottom. Just either has to go below, because here it's really clear and it has kind of like double shadows, so it just doesn't visually, it just little bit of contradiction.
So it should be behind
Yeah.
the main line.
Exactly. Or you have to erase the whole part, but like... Other than that, well done.
Yeah, it's like
Glowy, froggy something.
glowy froggy.
Shrek in some sense.
Spice.
Spice. We love spice.
That is a subject very close to our heart.
Yeah. We don't
And-
have any more chilies to eat. You don't want to eat them.
I haven't eaten this yet because I don't want to be annoying and chew.
Ooh, the glitch.
Don't glitch out. Whoa, this is really trippy.
Yeah, it is really trippy. I like the glitch effect. That's really well done. I like to know more about it. So it's like really well made.
Yeah. Adobe. Okay.
Oh, there's one thing. It's that the star in the middle, like starts from the A, but somehow doesn't follow in the Adobe.
yeah.
So it's either you just had that in the A and then you just scaled the A really big. So it could match if you had it all the way, but I think even then it wouldn't totally match.
So the angle of those rays of
Yeah.
red should be consistent throughout the other letters.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
translate really well what I tried to say. That's good. I need that.
Translation is difficult.
Yeah, jump. Yeah,
Jump.
Taking
Okay,
a
so
leap.
that looks like they
Had a sketch.
Laura captured her sketch down here and then did a more refined version.
Nice.
It's cool how the M and P are connected.
Yeah.
It's all
and
connected.
and how the P just loops down, kind of like a straight line going down.
Yeah, you could work more on that and develop it.
Mhm.
Splash!
Very well. That's a hard thing. I really think, like, I love those splashing effects. And I think personally they're really hard to do. Just to, like, those droplets, make them look really real. If you're working on them, I've tried a few pieces, but I've always had some hard time doing that. But well done.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice texture. Horizon. I saw that one just before.
Whoa.
I find it really interesting. It's like a new concept of, like, it could be a whole new font. Could work throughout the whole thing. But the H is hard to read. Like, it's the opposite of an N. So it's like either it's a mirrored N or... But yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
maybe workshop the H, and then you could definitely create an alphabet out of this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I must write thanks you.
Oh yeah, so be careful with the flourish after the K. It almost looks like an S.
Yeah.
You maybe just need to make it a bit more simple.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. More lining.
Oh, I thought it was a duplicate.
Dream.
Dream in Steam. What does that mean?
I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out the link between, like, dream and steam. Is for me, it's more like lucid, like a something vaporizing or like a bubble. But
Yeah.
like this is really hard. This is like more
what
steel.
about steampunk? It's this whole style.
But then I would go more into punk, and that still, for me, that's more metal, like metal refinery. You know what I mean? Like I would see, like, I don't know, somewhere.
I think this is supposed to be a steampunk style because it has like gears. I
Yeah,
can't
they
really
say the
explain
reference
it
is
what it's
steampunk.
supposed to be because the only way I've seen it is in Cirque du Soleil in a show, and it was supposed to be steampunk style, and everyone's wearing like old clocks and there's like gold metal and stuff. So maybe they're trying to do that.
Not acquainted with that knowledge. Ooh,
Fabulous.
that one is beautiful. Well
really
done,
nice.
Jackie.
Jackie Rivera.
There's almost nothing to say about that. And almost nothing is just because the O doesn't connect to the U, which I see just like, oh, it could be nice to loop that back.
Yeah, either way.
But
It's
colors,
so cool and like
stars,
really juicy letters. Time and space. Ooh, Jeanette. Why did you choose not to have the M look like an M at the top?
Maybe because it has a straight line.
It's interesting.
But yeah, definitely it still can work on that. Just like, also that you can read it really well. Because the first thing that will pop out is time, but then you can still read space. So
Yeah. Philly. Are you from Philly, Chris? That's cool.
Nice drop shadow, and the Y that just connects all to the bottom. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else we have? Blow. Pretty simple. Has like a nice sketch pencil line, which is also nice.
Yep.
Dots.
That's cool. A lot of movement in there.
It's kind of like the glitch version that we had before.
Yeah, I like the glitch.
Ooh, lake.
Lake 22. What's the significance of Lake 22? I'd like to know what that's about. But look how they use different colors. They're
Yeah.
all gradients.
Yeah, the gradients I really like.
That's cool. But maybe, what would you say as a improvement on this?
It's hard. It's not. There's not much to add on. Just maybe the K and the E connection. But then that one looks like it's well balanced. It's just maybe too much shadows, maybe. I'm just trying like to think of something that.
Yeah,
we could
it's
really
hard
done.
to give like really valuable feedback.
Yeah.
But I would say I don't see a reason for all the letters to go downwards. Like
Yeah.
maybe the L can do that, but the rest of the letters are straight so
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah,
more
exactly.
readable.
It could go up. Usually lettering would go up, right? Like in most cases.
all right. Another couple left.
We have refresh.
Refresh.
Also nice way of connecting the E, F, R.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to see this using, if you like vectorized it and had clean lines.
Yeah.
I think it would be really cool.
Brown
Kitchen.
Looks like something with Adobe Dimension or just like something 3D style. They don't look like real plates though.
Yeah.
But that's just.
But we're looking at the lettering. Don't get
know.
distracted.
I know. The K is difficult to read, and but I like that it's kind of playful with every single letter. Even like trying to connect. So that's what I love about that is like trying to connect like an R and a T, the K and the B, like playing around with that. That's actually the win in this one is really to have a go, see what works, what doesn't work, and like keep on working on that. That's the amazing part.
Yeah, this was really inventive how
Yeah.
you connected those. Golden Paws Robo Kitten Litter Boxing. I don't know what that is.
I don't know
But
either.
it's kind of funny.
That's funny, yeah.
So it looks like you used fonts for these. I'm not sure if it's hand done, but maybe you designed the cat logo. That's a cool robot cat. Epic!
would buy that
The
cat.
last one. Asgar.
Kind of like a skateboard box, something. Nice.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we...
I've already chosen the winner. I know.
Which one?
Well, it wasn't
Can I
just
guess?
beautiful, it was fabulous.
Yes!
Congratulations,
We agree.
Jackie.
Jackie Rivera, you are fabulous.
And you did a fabulous job at writing fabulous.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really... wasn't really anything...
Oh, she won already? Oh, man.
Do we have to pick another one, or she just gets another year?
She can get another year, like we can send something else.
Yeah.
Maybe we can send some posters and we can pick another one. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
She can get the posters.
we'll send Jackie posters today because you already won yesterday. You're very prolific and you send a lot of stuff in and really good. So let's pick someone else to get the free Creative Cloud
All right,
subscription.
let's do it.
So let's start from the beginning.
Let's see, there you go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to give it to
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it actually is.
Actually,
I was like,
I thought this was really great as well.
this definitely was close first.
Yeah.
And no, that one is really good.
I love how you showed your process, Faizan,
Yeah.
and everything. And I would be happy for you to get the Creative
Yeah.
Cloud prize.
It looks like you're already using the Adobe products, so can we clap?
Can we give it?
Come on.
Good job, Faizan, and good job, Jackie. You guys are both great. And thank you for everybody for sending so many things in. It's really awesome that in 2 hours we have like
we had
almost 40 people.
So many good stuff.
And in the next stream, we already have things lined up for Kathleen to look at.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And the next stream is going to be really sweet.
So sweet.
I'm going to be snacking. I've already been snacking. Like, before she started out, I already snacked a little bit of her stuff. It's really good.
Lots of candy. Okay, so let's show your sketch one more time so people can remember what's going to happen tomorrow. So we get your attention for tomorrow and you want to follow us along.
So why is it not?
So we got all these great pictures of peppers and chips and peppercorns.
I still can't enhance that. It's weird. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna write Spice Up Your Life. I'm just gonna switch that to my iPad here.
Thanks, Laura. Get rid of the layer.
There we go. And so this is what we're gonna do. This is the concept that we have on the, there we go, up here. And we're gonna write that out on Photoshop. So we've taken pictures, a lot of pictures here that we're gonna show. So ton of different like peppers and tortilla chips and all kinds. And we're gonna try to make that explosive, maybe draw something inside of Photoshop and like clean it out, make it beautiful. And I stuck some peppercorn in my throat. It's not the best idea.
He's choking from the peppers.
So we're gonna have a lot of dip tomorrow or today. We're gonna have a fiesta, some tortilla chips, and we're gonna dip some peppers. What else are we gonna do? No, I don't know. We're
So all the different shapes and colors of the peppers will hopefully help us to
like shape it together, yeah. And what else do I have to say?
Same time tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow.
1, 2, 3.
That's what you're gonna take from today. It's like 1, 2, 3, up.
I'm gonna go back to my desk and be like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And we're gonna eat a lot of chips. Oh, you still have a whole pack of chips.
Yay! So tomorrow, get ready to spice up your life.
Ooh.
And we'll see all of you legends tomorrow.
Goodbye, legends.
Bye, legends.
Bye, bye, bye. Enjoy some chips. And yeah, throw things in the air.
Can you eat this if I throw it in the air? Will you catch this?
With my mouth?
Yes.
Depends if you throw it at me.
Tomorrow we'll do that. Bye.
Throw it, try it. Almost.